my name is Isabella.
And I'm Brian.
And in this video, we'll be recreating two different cafeteria foods, namely the pasta bolognese with garlic bread and the pepperoni pizza.
Afterward, we'll have some Limburg students taste our recreation and compare it to the cafeteria version.
We hope you enjoy watching our video and learning various new recipes.
So this is all the materials that we'll need for our pasta and our sauce. On the left we have all the ingredients that we need for the pasta. On the right we have everything we need for the sauce. For the pasta, we're just going to get any pot that you have and fill it about 2/3 way with water. And then for the pasta, we're going to be using the penne pasta to best replicate the cafeteria. We also have olive oil over here, as well as some seasoning for the water, just to give a little bit of extra flavoring for the pasta. And we have salt and garlic powder prepared.
And then in terms of the sauce, so we're going to start off with obviously first putting oil into our pan, and then we will be adding our onions and our minced garlic. And then we're going to sort of saute it until the onions are translucent, and then afterwards we're going to add our beef. So this beef is minced beef that we bought from the supermarket, and this is 96% lean meat. And you can have any fat level of meat that you would like, but this is just personal preference to have less fat. And afterwards we're going to be adding this wine. Okay, this is a special sort of Chinese wine that is often used in various cooking, and this essentially the alcohol in this will evaporate, leaving only the scent behind, which makes the meat have a nice good scent and not be as smelly. Okay, and then afterwards you'll be adding the chopped tomatoes that we have here, and we'll also be adding in 2 bottles of marinara sauce, and you can buy this, I think this was bought at Trader Joe's if I'm not wrong. So you can get your marinara sauce there. And then in terms of different seasonings, we have salt and brown sugar and black pepper, which you can all add to taste.
So there are 3 parts to this recipe: the pasta, the sauce, and then the last one is when you complete the garlic bread. So here we have some Trader Joe's baguettes. The way it's going to work is that we're just going to cut through vertically, and then we're going to cut through horizontally. And then we're going to spread some butter, we're going to put on some garlic powder, and then some thyme leaves. We're going to toast it, and then that's going to be it. So first things first, we're going to cut it.
Oh, thank you.
In the meantime, I'm going to add some of the seasoning. So this is just a mixture of garlic powder and salt. So I'm just going to pour that in. Some extra virgin olive oil. And sort of stir in the onions. Alright, so we're going to add a little bit of salt to give a little bit of flavor to our beef. But we're also going to be adding a little bit of sugar. This is about 3 tablespoons. And so I'm just going to mix it in there. And the reason why we're adding this is because we're about to add our tomatoes. So since the tomatoes kind of have the more acidic sour taste, we're sort of complementing that with our sweet brown sugar such that we have a good balance of flavors. We're going to be adding the tomatoes. So we cut about 8 tomatoes for this recipe, and we're just going to mix that in. So first we started off with our garlic and onions, and then we added in our beef, and then after that we added our salt and our sugar, and then finally we added our tomatoes. Our tomatoes look a lot more cooked, they're a darker color, they're a lot more squishy. So now we're going to go to our sort of second to last step, where we're going to essentially just be adding in our marinara sauce. That was a direction away from the camera. It's okay. Oh, okay.
So, first things first here, this is store-bought dough, and we just let it rest a little bit from the fridge for about 30 minutes to make sure that the gluten is nice and ready to be worked with. And so, just take like a blob out. Okay, got more. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, get some.
So it's just holding it and letting gravity do its work.
So, you might be familiar with the more fancy strategy of doing like tossing the pizza dough in the air. Do you want to demonstrate that again, Isabella? So
I don't know,
basically
Ryan.
how
Do
it
I
works is
want to?
basically how it works
Wait,
is
this
that.
one's about to tear. I can feel it.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah, wait.
One more.
I'll show you.
So now that we have the pizza done, we're just going to be putting this in the oven according to the instructions mentioned on the packaging, which is that we need to preheat the oven to 475 degrees Fahrenheit, and then after that we're going to put it in there for about 8 to 10 minutes. And so yeah, let's do that right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. And then in it goes for 8 minutes. So 1 in 8 minutes. So to transfer it over to a cutting place, you can use these tools. So I'm just gonna scoop it up like this. There you go. And then now we're gonna cut. So.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate our recreation of the cafeteria pizza, with 10 being that you think we did a good job of replicating it?
8.
8?
8.
That's not bad.
I'll rate it a 7.
Okay.
Okay. If there's were some feedback you could give us as the chefs, what would they be?
Okay.
Don't make the cafeteria pizza.
You rate our replication 8, you rate our replication a 7. Do you want to briefly describe why?
I'm like it tastes really dry and it's not like really crispy. Like, yeah, it's like yeah, it's really like it looks more better than it tastes.
Wait, I think it's pretty good. It's a little salty, but I think it's also a little thinner than the cafeteria pizza.
Okay.
That's true. Yeah. It's like smaller, so yeah, it's pretty similar.
It's also less oily. It's not.
Would you eat our version or the
No.
cafeteria?
No.
Wait, over this full pizza, if it was less salty,
Are you serious?
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm eating a cafeteria one. I'm sorry.
You said like 7 because it's slightly salty, and you would prefer to eat this over the cafeteria food. Okay, and then
Like I just feel like there's too much powder, so like when I
Okay.
eat, like it just doesn't feel like it.
okay, that's fair. Anything else that you'd like to add?
Yeah, like less flour on it. But honestly, it's not that bad.
Oh.
I like.
Okay. Thank you guys for your time. That'll be it.
This is pretty good. It's sweet.
So the first question is, on a scale of 1 through 10, how would you rate our recreation of the cafeteria food, with 10 being that you think we did a good job?
Like a 7.
5?
Yeah, I'll give it a 5.
Lower than the
But
pizza?
that could be good. It doesn't have to be bad.
But yeah, I agree.
If there was some feedback that you would give to the chefs, what would they be?
I think you go first.
Okay, yeah. I'll say to add a little bit less sugar
To which thing?
in your sauce.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah.
It is really sweet. I think the noodles are good. Wait, actually, look at like the sauce is like everything, or the sauce is good with everything. It's just too sweet.
Yeah, I agree. And the
Yeah.
bread's a little tough.
The
It's a little dry.
it's a bit hard to chew, but it's pretty good. Like it tastes
Okay, I
pretty
think
good.
that the bread is supposed to be like that, but it's just really buttery.
That's true.
I got oil all over my fingers, bro.
I think mine was
it was
okay.
like dripping down my fingertips.
How much do you think our meal costs?
Like $5.50.
$8?
I say 6,
Mm.
and that includes my bread,
Yeah, that includes
free bread.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you price your meal at? Sorry, what would you price our meal at?
Well.
I'd say $6.
Yeah, like $6.50.
I mean, I would price it a little bit higher, I guess. Maybe 7. In this economy.
So we're now going to go through each category. So now we're going to go through some criterias to help you guys like compare our recreation versus the cafeteria food more directly. So first of all, can you please talk about the texture of the pasta and the sauce and the garlic bread as opposed to like for our recreation as opposed to cafeterias?
I mean, honestly, I think the pasta and the sauce is like pretty similar. It's just the bread is like the cafeteria was a lot softer, but theirs is also like kind of cooked differently. I feel like. But,
I think the cafeteria pasta is also a little softer.
I will say the cafeteria food has a lot more big chunks. This one, the one that you guys made, is it's very fine. If that's the right word. Like, yeah, I mean, like the only big chunks are pasta.
Okay, and then taste-wise, how would you compare it?
Okay, same as before. The sauce is just sweet. I think that's it. I think the cafeteria sauce is like not as sweet as this one.
yeah, like other than it being sweeter, like it tastes pretty on point. The garlic bread tastes like, yeah, like it's. I think the garlic bread we made tastes better than the cafeteria ones.
And I think the sauce also has more flavor than the cafeteria one.
Okay, and then the next category is like oiliness and dryness. How would you compare the cafeteria version versus ours?
Well, I mean, the bread is like really dry, but also has like a lot of butter in it. So.
What?
It's enough butter.
No, I know, but like
Yeah.
dry, a lot of butter.
I think this one's better.
Yeah, this one's better. It's better to have your pasta like not be completely soggy.
Based off of our taste testers reviews, we need to put less flour on our pizza, less sugar in our pasta sauce, as well as less butter on our garlic bread.
We hope you enjoyed watching the video.